I nearly flooded a customer's house the first time I ever changed the zone valve. This was up there with one of the most haunting jobs I've ever had to deal with. Even though it was my first time doing this specific job, I still had a bit of knowledge at this point, so I knew what to do. I drained down the system, I undone the nuts, and I pulled the pipe out of the bottom of the zone valve. Now it was the hot water zone valve that I was changing. And as I've pulled the pipe out of the bottom of the zone valve, all I start to hear is hissing. I look to my left and I see the corroded cylinder is literally gushing out water. I've immediately realized that the cylinder has split. I have heard horror stories of this being possible, but I thought it was a rarity. I set my wet vac up to catch as much water as I can. I put my jumper underneath the cylinder where the split was to try and catch water. I ran up to the loft and I bunned off the cold water storage tank. I started to drain down the cylinder, but by this time water was already coming through the tenant ceiling. I managed to get the cylinder drained down, the leak under control, and luckily there was barely any damage done. Other plumbers were telling me I was just super unlucky with that. But since that day, I am petrified of zone valves and cylinders.